Oh, hi. We're up early today. Well, I mean, it's pretty early. It's probably not as bright outside as it looks. But do you know what that means? Here, in case you're not really sure what it means, check me out. I can show you what that means. Hey, something different today. We don't have traffic because we're in the middle of this COVID crap. So we're unlikely to have a lot of traffic jams anywhere today. Most people are still having to stay inside and stay home and not go out doing stuff or working or whatever. So that means the roads should be less congested. However, since this is chasing trains, I'm going to go out and make a prediction that we're gonna find some traffic somewhere. It's a tradition. So anyway, what we're supposed to be doing here today is we're traveling south on Highway 101. We're going to a place that you've heard of on the channel before called Watsonville. And in Watsonville, we're hoping to catch a Union Pacific officer special. That's one of those trains with all the yellow cars, passenger cars behind it, because they're sending one up the coastline today. Then we're probably going to see the Amtrak Train 11, that's the southbound Coast Starlight. We like to refer to it as the Coast Starlate because it seems to be late a lot of the time. And then after that, there's kind of a not sure exactly what we're going to catch, but we do happen to know that the friendliest crew in Watsonville is going to be running the St. Paul and Pacific GP15 around there, switching out their local industries. So we'll probably catch some of that too. So let's go and have some fun today. Hi.
What's up?
Spaceballs. What about chasing trains, dude?
I got that right here.
Oh, okay. You got your train crew shirt on.
Shirt on, we're good.
Wow. I was going to shake your hand, but we're COVIDizing.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, did you lose weight? You look like you're trimmer.
I think so. It's possible.
What, you haven't been eating since you stopped going out?
No,
it's the COVID diet.
I've been walking a lot more. So.
You going for walks? Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting for Paul. He keeps calling me, not knowing which crossing to meet at.
Paul? Who's hauling Paul?
I don't know what's going on. I thought it sounded like he was driving.
He doesn't drive. I asked Trevor.
Oh, he still doesn't drive?
He has a driver.
Maybe he has a driver. Maybe
that's the way to chase trains. Get a driver.
I was thinking that maybe Eric, but I don't think Eric would wake up early for this.
Here's a car.
He might.
Oh, there's someone.
Here, let's see who it is. Oh, it's other Paul. We were starting to wonder who was driving.
Yeah, who's driving?
Are you just giving a ride? Or oh, you're not chasing? Oh, well, you can go with us if you want. I was gonna shake your hand, but we're COVIDizing.
We'll do it physically distanced. We'll do it elbow bump.
Oh,
I can do you one better.
oh, I broke my arm. Oh, look at this. You guys are both doctors.
Yeah.
So,
I need a wide lens for all this social distancing.
so we're having to chase the train before it gets here. We're going to a place called Elkhorn Slough. We just went over the tracks here. And if you've been watching the channel, you know this is the area where we filmed the rail grinder. That video came out in January. 2020. Or actually, it came out later than that. But I was out here with Kevin in January to chase the rail grinder at night. And this is kind of where we were. So, hopefully we'll get there before the train does. So we found out that it left early this morning, earlier than what it was supposed to. So the chase is on. So this is our shot. Well, that's not our shot. Oh, Mr. Fuzzy Ham. That's a great shirt, though.
Oh,
Check
yeah.
out the shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this guy. Wow. Yeah.
It's very foggy this morning. I don't know.
Yeah, that's one of the drawbacks is having to
Oh, look.
trying
It's
to
another
do
flannel man.
yeah trying to do all this work here with the masks on, and your glasses fog up.
I switched masks because usually this one's better, but I think it's still just a little too cold this morning.
It's like a steam engine.
Yeah.
When it's cold and like this, it looks better
Yeah.
because there's more steam.
Yeah, and the fireman isn't dying. That's also nice.
Yeah, you know something about that, don't you?
I do know something about that.
What do you know about that?
I know the last time I fired the Dixie at Roaring Camp, it was 106 outside.
Up at Roaring Camp, even.
Yeah, which
That's crazy.
means it's probably 140 in the cab. And it was 4 runs, which means it was a 9.5-hour day. It was a long day. By the end of the day, I was having a hard time getting on top of the engine to close valves. It was really hot.
It really wears you out, huh?
Yeah, you'd be surprised how much sitting and firing the locomotive in that kind of heat would wear you out.
How's the heat in the Jeep when it's real hot out? You
In
got
the Jeep?
Yeah, I mean, you got the window right there, so it's
Yeah,
probably not too bad, huh?
it's pretty nice. Yeah, we get a nice breeze. It's got little vents that open out the sides of the cab so you can get airflow in there.
Wind
quite
deflectors?
Yeah. Yeah, scoops.
So it was just being a pain. Yeah, so I was like running up on the tender. So the whole day I was running up on the tender as the thing's going along. I'm like,
So, this is the guy that I faced death with. You may have heard the story. I don't remember. I think I told it on a live thing fairly recently about the time we were filming out in Santa Cruz. We were filming some Polar Christmas train or something.
The Polar Express.
Polar
Train to
Express.
Christmastown.
I thought it was the Polar Express.
No, that was
That was 2016.
No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
we're
one.
talking about the Polar Express.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't interrupt our story.
So we were filming this Polar Express thing, and Trevor went to a different crossing with someone else. Yeah,
We went to
And we-
17th Avenue. I think
we
it
went to
was.
17th Avenue, and we were behind some warehouse along the right of way.
Next to some graffiti.
Was it? I don't
It was a really nice looking place.
Yeah, very classy.
Very classy.
And so we're sitting there waiting for the train to show up, and some bunch of guys, probably half a dozen guys, come walking down the right of way, and they were looking at us, and they were really looking at us as soon as they noticed we had cameras and stuff there.
Yeah.
And then just when it seemed like they were gonna maybe make some kind of move, the sheriff pulled up on the crossing in sight, and then they're like looking at him and looking at us, and they thought better of it.
Yeah. They weren't going to mess with us as soon as they saw that officer down there.
Yeah.
It was, if it had been a second later, we might have had our cameras shoved in our faces. We don't know.
We might have been running and just leaving the cameras there.
Yeah. I said, I take my SD card. They can take my camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want the footage.
Yeah, you can't replace the footage, but
No.
you can replace the camera.
Yeah.
But that was scary.
It
that
was
the-
scary.
That was probably the scariest thing, one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me chasing
It
trains.
taught me to choose safer places when
Yeah.
possible. Yeah.
Like abandoned parking lots.
Like abandoned parking lots in the middle of nowhere.
Blow up was 11 feet long. Really? Yeah.
What's wrong with the canoe or kayak that people have there? They're frustrated surfers or something?
Our shot's all set up. We've been waiting for probably an hour now, right? And the train should be here really soon. So stay tuned.
Surprise, surprise, it's late.
Yeah, right.
Shocking.
Later than what we thought it would be.
I had to skip breakfast for this.
It was worth it.
I don't know.
We need to be on a diet anyway, right?
I'm the one that needs to be on a diet. You're the one that needs to be on a diet, not
He
me.
Yeah,
has
you need
been
to be-
on a diet.
You need
Look
to
at
be
him.
on a fattening diet so you can put some weight on.
Yeah, so I don't look like a twig.
This guy
Yeah.
lost a bunch of weight. Look at him. He's not. You're not fat anymore.
Well, I
Mr.
don't know about that.
Mr. Slim now.
Your head's less. His head is less fat. Hey, Paul, what happened? You were over there trying to get a shot. What's going on?
Well,
Did your battery die already?
no, I think my soul died. Where's the damn train?
That's
We're
it.
trying to figure out.
Waiting for the train still.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Leonardo and Nancy are somewhere down the tracks down there.
About to be the hood ornament on an SD70.
Yeah. You said you think they have an SD70M on it?
It is an SD70M.
I'm surprised they're using something that old.
Yeah, it's one of the originals too. It's a 4400.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. So someone's been really nice to these birds all around here. If you look down, you can see there's nothing but bird seed everywhere. Up on these posts, down all around the ground. And these blackbirds love it.
No, that's it.
The bizarre crackhead woman seen in the background talking to the other sheriff's deputy attacked us while the train was passing, knocking one camera to the ground and injuring 3 of us. She then called 911 and claimed that she was the victim of an attack. All we could figure is she was probably freaking out because she had let her 2 dogs off their leashes when she arrived, and last time she saw them they were playing on the railroad tracks. Somehow it was our fault that the train was coming, I think. I'm not sure.
Wasn't involved that I
Well, the little dog, I think.
How was your shot?
That was good. We didn't get jumped that time.
How was your shot?
Pretty good. I'm glad that I didn't have to pull some crazy lady off you this time, John.
Yeah.
That's nice. I mean, really, what more could be asked for at this point?
Breakfast maybe, but
Oh yeah, breakfast. I could really use some breakfast.
You might be a foamer if. Here's Paul's camera.
I'm not foaming cars. That's one of those new SD F-150s.
SD F-150. Okay. You sound like you know what you're talking about. So
Yeah. I bribed my parents because they needed a camera that could photograph my sister for her college graduation. So they bought me this nice DSLR. It's a Nikon D70-200. It's a little old at this point, but it's still fun.
And did you use it for that one shoot?
I did use it for that one shoot.
Wow.
It's been with me a long time.
So they got to throw a switch, and there's a switch right over here in the street in that dark spot, but it's already lined for the main. So Paul directed us down here, and I'm sure that they told me that they were going to throw the switch near the depot. Paul, there's no depot here. So I think you got the wrong switch in your mind.
This is where I got off.
This is your fault. We're going to get the wrong shot.
It's always my fault.
Because it's your fault.
It's just content for your video. I was thinking about it ahead of time.
Oh, it was you're doing it for me.
Yeah, I was doing it for you, John.
What a kind person.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Paul, did you enjoy your shot just then?
I'm not as sad as I thought I'd be. We got a bunch of horn action. Our friend Eric has his Nathan P3 up there right now.
Oh, is that where that came from?
That's where that came from.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we got to see so many crossing blows.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, just so that you know, Kevin and Trevor had to go to work. So, we're just going to finish chasing trains by ourselves. Right?
We'll chase them. We're going to chase them.
All right, so what's going on here is Kevin and Trevor are working the local here today, and they have to move this cut of cars that came in on the Salinas hauler last night or this morning and take the cars that they're delivering to their local customers here in Watsonville out of this cut. So we're going to switch it out, and then we'll try to catch them making a delivery. Alright, so Trevor rode that tank car down there so he could throw that switch. And so what they just did was set out the first car that they need, which was that flat car. Now they're going to back onto the track and grab the next car out of the big cut that they need to do their work today. This is what we do on our op sessions, guys. So that brown car Trevor's riding right now is the next one they need. So they're going to pull it down to the switch and route it on to the other track so it can go on the train that they're building. Alright, well that's the last car they need. I'm going to switch this on to the train that they're building. So we're going to take off now and catch them at the business where they're delivering these boxcars. Alright, we're on the other side of town now where they're going to make the delivery. And I think they're going to cut off the flat car somewhere on the other side of this siding that we're looking at the end of here, so that they can push it back into where they started out a little while ago. That's where it's going. So by the time they get here, they should just have those two boxcars on the train. Oh yeah, I was right. If you look way down there, you can see they cut off the flat car. It's that little yellow stuff next to the engine in the picture. they're just going to drop off those 2 boxcars here. We're going to get back to where we started and catch them bringing that flat car in. That should be cool. You hear his air brakes?